Hey, welcome! So you're new to the United States, either as a student or an immigrant. You're probably trying to figure out how to get your financial life started from scratch, right? Well, the answer to almost everything is a credit card. Seriously, it's the key. In this explainer, we are going to break down the top 5 absolute best first credit cards for 2026, made just for newcomers like you. Ready to get this figured out? Let's go. Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel kind of financially invisible here in America? Trust me, you are not alone. It's a super common feeling for almost everyone who arrives here, and it all boils down to one simple thing: not having a US credit history. Because let's be real, without a credit score, in a lot of ways you are invisible. At least to lenders, landlords, even some jobs. But look, don't worry, this is not a dead end, not at all. In fact, this is a problem with a really clear solution, and we're gonna walk through it right now. We're gonna fix this.
Okay, so let's just dive right into it. What exactly is a US credit score? Honestly, the best way to think about it is like your financial oxygen. It's this 3-digit number that basically tells lenders if you're a trustworthy person to lend money to. You need it for pretty much every big financial move: renting an apartment, getting a car loan, you name it. And the great news is, with the right strategy, you can build a really strong score, usually in just 6 to 12 months. Now, to make sure we're only talking about the absolute best options for you, we used a really specific checklist. We looked for cards with 0 annual fees, an easy approval process for people with no credit history, and, this is a big one, flexibility whether you have a social security number or not. And yep, for those of you with an ITN, an individual taxpayer identification number, these options are for you too. Plus, we wanted cards with rewards that are actually useful, for things like groceries and dining. And, most important of all, cards that are powerful tools for actually building up that credit score. All right, it's time for the main event. These are the top 5 cards that are going to help you build your financial identity here in the US. Let's kick things off with a total game changer for anyone who's just landed.
First on our list is the Zolve Classic Credit Card. And its #1 feature is, well, it's a huge one. You don't need a social security number to get approved. Okay, now what's so cool about this card is that list of pros. I mean, you can apply with just your passport and visa, and you can even do it before you leave your home country. It's got no annual fee and, believe it or not, a pretty high credit limit potential. Now, the one thing you really have to watch out for is that higher interest rate, the APR. That's the fee you'll pay if you don't pay off your balance every single month. So with this card, it's absolutely crucial that you treat it like a debit card. Only spend what you know you can pay off right away. So here's the bottom line. If you need a credit card the second you step off the plane in the US and you don't have an SSN yet, this card was literally designed for you. It just gets rid of one of the biggest headaches for newcomers. Okay, let's move on to our second card, the Discover It Student Cashback. This one is a classic, a longtime favorite for students who actually want to earn something back on their spending. The thing that really makes this card stand out is the rewards. You get 5% cashback in different categories every 3 months, things like groceries or restaurants. But the real kicker? The cashback match. In your first year, Discover will literally double all the rewards you've earned. The only tiny catch is you have to remember to log in and activate the new categories each quarter. It's a small step for some serious cash back. And this just shows you how you can make your normal student spending start working for you. If you're okay with keeping an eye on the categories, the rewards can really add up, especially with that first year match. Coming in at number 3 is the Capital One Savor Student Card. This one is pretty much perfect if most of your money goes towards food, fun, and streaming services. So this card keeps it simple. You get an unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and all those popular streaming services. And here's a huge plus for all the international students out there. It has no foreign transaction fees. That saves you a ton of money when you use it back home or when you're traveling. Of course, there's no annual fee, and they even throw in a nice little welcome bonus to get you started. So yeah, if your social life is all about grabbing food with friends or binge watching the latest shows, this card is basically built to reward you for doing what you're already doing, without any confusing categories to track. All right, next up we have the Chase Freedom Rise. This card is all about one thing: simplicity. And it's a fantastic way to get your foot in the door with one of the biggest banks in the entire country. The beauty of this card is just how straightforward it is. You get 1.5% cash back on absolutely everything you buy. No categories to remember, no hoops to jump through. It's the perfect set it and forget it kind of card. Plus, and this is a huge advantage, it puts you on a path to eventually get even better Chase cards down the road. Building that long-term relationship with a major bank like Chase can make a huge difference when you need a car loan or a mortgage later on.
So the key takeaway here is that combo of simplicity and long-term potential. It's really the ideal choice for anyone who just wants a no-fuss approach and has their eye on building a solid relationship with a big bank.
And our final card is a little bit different from the others. The Self-Visa Credit Builder isn't really about earning rewards. It's a special tool designed for just one thing: to build a credit history when you're starting from absolute zero.
See, this is what's called a secured card. It just means you give them a security deposit, and that amount usually becomes your credit limit. Now, don't think of that deposit as a fee you're losing. Think of it as an investment in your financial future. The most important part is that Self-reports all your on-time payments to all 3 major credit bureaus, and that is exactly what you need to build a strong score fast.
This card is for anyone whose number one goal, their primary mission, is to just build that solid credit foundation. It cuts out all the extra stuff and just focuses on that one essential task of building that super important credit score.
Okay, let's put this all together so it's super clear. This little summary shows you exactly what each card is best for. If you don't have an SSN, Zolve is your answer. Simple. Want to get the most rewards possible? Go with Discover. If you just want simple rewards for your daily life, you'll be looking at Capital One or Chase. And if your only goal right now is building credit from scratch, Self is your go-to.
So how do you actually pick the right one for you? It's really simple. If you don't have an SSN yet, your choice is Zolve, period. If you have an SSN or an I-10 and you're all about getting the best rewards, check out Discover. For simple, everyday spending, just compare Capital One and Chase. And if your only focus is building that score, you're going to start with Self. Easy, right?
Now listen up, because getting the card is just step 1. Using it the right way is what really counts. First, always pay your bill in full and on time. This is the single biggest thing that affects your credit score. Second, try to keep your balance under 30% of your total credit limit. It just shows lenders you're responsible and not maxing out your cards. And finally, don't go applying for a bunch of cards all at once. Every time you apply, your score takes a small temporary hit. Follow these rules and you'll be on your way to a great score.
At the end of the day, picking your first credit card, it's more than just a piece of plastic. It's about taking that first, really important step towards building your life and unlocking all the opportunities you came here for. So which key are you going to choose to unlock your new financial future?